we are alive. Cool. Beans. Rock on. What's going on? Nobody here yet. Just me. But there you go. As far as I can tell, there's no one here yet anyway. Concurrent viewers. Hello. How art thou? Let us say hello. Hello. And we're playing long drive. So let's load this up until some people show up. No, that's the wrong thing. See, we need to go to load. Not the other one. You silly, silly man. See, that's my other game. That's not right at all. Okay, that's not right at all. Load. This one. This is the one we were streaming. Load tape, yes. There you go. There you go. This is the one we were streaming. Okay? With the old crappy car over here. With all the crappy wheels and stuff on it. Is there anybody here yet? Yeah, there is somebody here watching. Cool beans. There's one person here now. So we left off here at the Canadian Tire, like Scapegoat calls it, Canadian Tire. So I'm going to call it Canadian Tire now because that's pretty cool. It's a cool name for it. It's not really a Canadian Tire. It's more like a diner with a garage attached to it, which is very un-Canadian Tire because they don't sell food at all. Well, they have supermarket type items and snacks and stuff, but not like a diner. But anyway, that's beside the point. I don't know why I started calling it Canadian Tire, but it is kind of a cool name. So we left off here with the old crappy car, and we were going to switch over to this new car. That's what we were going to do. I did that while I was playing earlier, a couple days ago. I was playing this, and I got the car all fixed up. Just so I don't bore you guys too much with like 20 minutes of messing around with the car, fixing it up. Because that might not be the most exciting thing in the world. So we got our basket in there. We got some food. We got some water. We don't really need a drink right now, but we do have some water in there. Straighten that up a little bit. Why are you falling over? That's better. Thank you. 19.9 liters of water. We got our wieners hanging in the back window there, our sausages. And we got all the other stuff switched over from the other car. The old engine is still in there, but this one has the new, better engine in it too. I'm not a huge fan of this Rabbit, to be honest with you, because it's as twitchy as, I don't know, something. Stupid twitchy, anyway. It's a crazy twitchy car to drive. But it is fast, and it'll do until we find the Volkswagen Caddy, which is a much better vehicle. You guys know how much I like that. Again, we're still stuck with the same problem though. This is a terrible radiator. Now it's pretty much full, but it's terrible. It's a really bad radiator. Coolant's empty in that. Is there a bucket around here anyway? We can grab some water. It's only 0.1 liters. It's not really gonna matter a whole lot, but at the same time, why not make sure it's full? This is empty. We can put water in this. Give me this. Gimme. Gimme the thing. Gimme. Gimme, gimme, never get. That's what they say. That's what we used to say when we were kids. Brian M. What up, dude? How are you doing? How has your Sunday been going? There's a bucket in the sink. Was here the whole time. Already has water in it. That's fantastic. Who knew? Probably I did from the last time, but, you know, because I probably did it. Stop, Mom. I hear you moving. We'll open that up. I'll put some water in there. No, see, we don't need much. It's just like a tiny little bit. But it's a terrible radiator. Hell yeah, mic is fixed. Yes, it is, actually. The mic is fixed because I bought a new microphone. Last week when I went shopping, I picked up a new microphone. I didn't have the microphone that Fiora and I used to use to record videos all the time anymore. Because I got rid of a lot of that stuff when I stopped making videos. So I just picked up a new Blue Snowball mic when I was out shopping last week, and that's what we're using now. Adjusted the audio settings in OBS, so things should be significantly more improved than the built-in laptop microphone. So there you go. We're ready to go. Right on. Alright, so we got everything filled up there. We're good. I'm fed and watered. I'm all fed and watered. It's getting to be nighttime though. It's not the best time to head out for an excursion, so maybe we'll have a sleep before we head out. We'll have a little sleep, and then we'll head out in the morning. And yeah, in the new car, in the Volkswagen Rabbit. There you go. We always leave the lights on so that I know I've been here. In the unlikely event that I ever make it to the end of this long drive, 5,000 kilometers, and turn around and decide to come home, it'll make it easier to find places, and I'll already know that I've been here. This is the wrong direction, because the lights will be on. So there you go. I have turned around before and gone in the other direction, and you can tell that the lights stay on. Places you visited and things that you've changed, the lights do stay on, and things that you've done while you're there carry over in the save game. So I don't know if this game's procedurally generated or not, like it's just kind of randomly generated, but after it's been generated it saves, because things that you've done stay there if you go back. So there you go. Cool beans. This is way more stable than I remember this car being. I don't remember this car being anywhere near this. The last time I had this car, it was horrible to drive. So maybe it's, I don't know, bad tires or just a crappy car. Or I'm not going that fast either though. So that probably makes a difference as well, that I'm not going that fast. So check that. Ooh, another coat of paint, and I'd hit that rock. There you go. Yeah. See there you go. I told you it's terrible. It's a little twitchy. We got blood all over the place now. We've smashed ourselves up. We lost doors. We lost a mirror. We lost a bunch of stuff, which is less than ideal. Get on. I don't want to get in the car. I want to put the door on, is what I'd like to do. Ideally. If you don't, thank you. Good Lord. I've never had so much trouble putting a door on in my life. Give me this mirror. Not that I've put a lot of doors on cars, but you know, I have in this game. But like in real life, no, not so much. You hear that engine ticking? That means we need a radiator. It's a problem. We may at some point also end up giving up on hubcaps. And I left the gas door open, which is a terrible idea, so it's probably a good thing we stopped. Because apparently I left the gas door open. We still have that. How's the engine look? 4 liters and 5 liters. Okay. Alright, did I bring any spray? Is that a thing that I brought with me? We're losing instruments. Get back in there. Did I bring spray? Probably not. I probably used it all fixing up the car. Yeah, likely I did. Alright, well, next stop, we need a sponge or some spray or something to fix the dashboard here, because we're covered in blood. So it's less than ideal. But look at it. We don't look bad though. I mean, look at us. We look okay. We need a hat. I don't know where our hat went. Where'd our hat go? Did we have a hat before? I thought we did. I thought we picked up a hat. Didn't we? I don't know. I thought we did. That's a little, maybe that's better. Come here. It's over like this a little bit. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, good. All right. Because that's going to make all the difference in the world. The engine's broken. Something's wrong because the engine won't start. There we go. That should be better. The engine must have came off the motor mounts. So now we'll be good. Okay. There we go. Alright. Off we go. Preferably without crashing into poles. But yeah, this car is tricky to drive. I'm starting to wonder if maybe I shouldn't have probably just taken the motor out of this car, put it in the other car, and kept the other one. But, you know, I may regret this decision of switching to this car at some point. Maybe. I might. Possibly. Regret this decision. But there you go. For now, it's okay, I guess. It is stupid fast. Like this thing will do 180 without breaking a sweat. We'll do 140 now. And we're slowing down. Like we were probably at 180 before. The thing is crazy fast. I like this desert scene here at the moment right now, because I look out the window and it's snowing, and it's like minus 20 Celsius outside today. Actually, I think today was minus 14, but yesterday was minus 28 Celsius when I went to work, which is crazy cold. What's it like where you guys are? Is it stupid cold or seasonal, or what's the deal? How many times are we going to hit poles? Really? Why? Why exactly? Do we keep hitting poles? See, now I remember why I didn't like this car. Right? Shut up. Can't leave it running yet. We don't have that much gas. At some point, eventually, we'll get to that point where the tank's full, and I'll stop worrying about turning it off when I get out and pick stuff up, because we'll be full tank of gas. But we're not quite there yet. So there you go. You go on. I just fixed that mirror too. Like I just readjusted it, and then it falls off. So yeah, bumpers. That looks like it should be a rear bumper, not a front bumper, but I don't know. What do I know? Why did I throw it on the ground? You will pick up the bumper, and you'll come over here and put it back on the car. We need a bumper, because apparently I have a thing with running into poles today. This game is funny. Sometimes you'll play it, and you'll just cruise right along. Nary a care in the world. Cruising along, smooth, easy day, happy days, and everything will just go beautiful. The next day you'll play it, and every single thing that could possibly go wrong will go wrong. You'll hit every stick, twig, and rock within 30 miles. Yeah, it's terrible. Some days. It's just weird. I don't know why that is. It's absolutely true, though. I don't know if the wieners, sausages swinging around in the back have anything to do with the instability of this car. I have no idea. They look cool, though, hanging in the back window, so we're going to leave them there. You know, who doesn't like their wieners hanging around in the back window, swinging around? Who doesn't like that? So we're going to leave them there. But it's also an excellent place to store them. Yeah, this thing spins out like crazy. We recovered okay that time. We'll be doing a lot of that now. I have a feeling that we'll be doing a lot of spinning out in this car now. Because, or either that, or I could try slowing down a little bit, just not going so fast. That's the thing we could do. We could not spin out so much. There are mods available for this game as well. I may do that. this week sometime. Maybe before I stream again next, I might look up some mods. Apparently there's some mods available on their Discord server, so I might look that up. Maybe install a couple. There's a traffic mod you can put in here where there's other cars. There's engine mods and turbo mods. You can get V8 engines. You can get turbos. I don't know why I'd want to go any faster than we're already going, because as you can see, the car spins out fairly easily already, because I have played this game a lot, so I'm not absolutely terrible at driving it. I'm not using a steering wheel though. I'm just using the mouse and keyboard. Might be easier to drive with the steering wheel, I don't know. But I don't know why you'd want to go any faster, because we are absolutely ripping. So I'm afraid to switch the view right now to see how fast we're going, because I'm afraid I might run into something like that rock, or that rock, or the rock. Dwayne Johnson might be on the road. You never know what can happen in a long drive. Although he's probably off busy filming a movie or something. God knows what he's doing. Probably not in the long drive. We'd know if he was in the long drive, because he'd tell us. So, there you go. Donuts. Drifting. Drifting in my rabbit. Doing donuts and drifting. Alright. We should be a building soon. I hope. Maybe. We also need to keep an eye out for ships, because the ships you'll see off in the distance. Occasionally, not every ship, most of them just have oil and diesel on them, and some alcohol. But some of the times they have barrels of gas in them. And there's a building coming up here. What do we got coming up here? It's a small medium gas station by the looks of it. Or is that a bunker? Yeah, it's a bunker. Well, there might be something good in there. Who knows? There might be. Hit the brakes. Engine off. Out we get. Maybe there's a radiator in here. That would be fantastic, because we need a radiator. We definitely need a radiator. That car is even worse than mine. That's not a great radiator. It is a radiator. Not great though. What else we got going on here? Wheel, that's not bad, but we don't need wheels. Ours are good. We got some oil. Don't think we need that, but throw it out there and we'll check the engine later and see if we need it. It's a beautiful tire. That's nice, but our tires are good. Alright, what else we got in here? Commodore 64. Don't think that radiator's any better than ours, but put it out in the sun there and we'll check it out. What else we got in here? We could use some food. There's a bucket. What's in the bucket? Empty. Empty bucket. Empty. Why is your bucket empty? Why? Stand up, man. Good Lord. What do we got here? Some alcohol. Alcohol doesn't help you stay hydrated, by the way. It does the exact opposite thing. It makes you thirsty. That is better. That's a better radiator. It's not perfect, but it's better. That's definitely going to help us out a lot. That's significantly better than what we have. Alright, cool. Give me this radiator. Give me this radiator. Turn it over just like there we go. Drop you in there like a boom. There you go. Now I don't know if this radiator is as good as the other one, because I think this one's actually a bit better. There's a different kind of radiator for this car that works better. But yeah. Get out of here. No one likes you. It cools better. There's a different kind of radiator for this car that cools better, but This one will still be much better than the other because it's just in better condition. So the engine shouldn't get as hot. We also need to look for a sponge or some spray or something like that to clean up our blood. Oh, there's a biscuit. Piece of bread. We'll eat that. That's the diesel version of the engine we have. I don't want the diesel one. Oh, good. Some sausages. Beautiful. We're all fill up now. All full up. The heck did I say I was looking for? Oh, spray or sponge or something, but I don't see one in here. I don't see either of those things in here. Get out of the way, fool. Move. Giraffe. Giraffe-ney. It's a giraffe friend. Giraffe friend. Do you want to come for a ride, giraffe friend? Get this bumper. Get off my giraffe friend. Stand up. Yeah, I don't see any sponges or anything like that at all. Diesel, don't need that. Some lotion. Yeah, no, we're good. Okay. Giraffe friend, you can come with us. Just let me get the door open. Okay, buddy. You can sit up here with Karen. You can take care of giraffe friend, Karen. We're just... You're supposed to go up here. Are you not? Why will you not let me? Oh. It's a glove box door. That's why. Giraffe. Giraffe friend. Get up here with Karen. Now, Karen, you be nice to him, okay? Treat him well. He's our buddy. Alright. Cool. What was that? What was that noise? What? Hello? Frickin' rabbits. Probably some rabbits. Hooligans. Those rabbits. Hooligan rabbits. Did I take the light out of our other car? I really have no idea. I think I did. Don't know. Like the little flashlight light thing? Don't know. Okay, sleep. Let's have a sleep. A little nap. Have a little nap. Rest up. Feel better in the morning. There we go. But I'd feel a lot better if we didn't have blood all over our dashboard. I'd feel better about that. There's still a few microphone tweaks that I can make here and there that's going to make it a little bit better. I didn't really bother getting into a lot of super advanced microphone settings yet. I just kind of tweak the decibel levels in OBS. Lower the gain volume a little bit. Raise the mic volume a little bit, just kind of balance things out. Haven't got into anything more advanced than that yet, so I'm sure there's probably still a few settings I can tweak to improve the audio a little bit yet. I just haven't gotten into it yet with my hectic and busy schedule of not doing a lot. So there you go. I don't have a hectic or busy schedule at all, really. But there you go. In fact, yesterday's order off the truck, yesterday's truck didn't even get there before I finished work and left. It was on the way. It was set to arrive pretty much any time. But I was done, so I went home. And I left my peeps in my department to take care of it for me. I did everything I had to do. I did the order for tomorrow, and I did my sales planner for the upcoming week, well, it's 2 or 3 weeks ahead usually, but I did all that, but inventory stuff and whatnot, did all that, but we hadn't gotten a truck yet when I left. So this truck driver thing's really turning into a massive problem, because I don't think we got an order on time once last week, which is a bit of a problem. So the district manager's solution to this problem is to order more, which I'm not sure is really the best solution, because where am I going to put it? But, there you go. So, yeah, work was fine though. Work was fine. No problem. Work was good. The cold sucked. Because like I said, it was minus 28, which is ridiculous. Jagged, broken road. Heading down the broken road. Watching out for rocks. See those two of them right there close together? They're trying to get me. Trying to get us. You see, this car is significantly better than the car that we started with. That Trabant that we started with was absolutely awful. It handles great though. The Trabant is a great handling car. It's just really slow. And it doesn't, when you do get it finally up to speed, you get it max up to speed and where to lose, and I saw that rock coming a mile away. That was terrible. I knew I was going to hit that. Oh dear. Oh bother. In the immortal words of Winnie the Pooh. Oh bother. That's a hubcap, isn't it? We might stop collecting these at some point. Sometimes if all I lose is hubcaps, I don't stop to get them. I just keep going. Now what did we lose in here this time? Nothing, folks. There's more stuff back there that we dropped, though. I know there is. I saw it fall off. Just a hubcap? That's it? Just another hubcap? That's all it is. Yeah, alright. Alright. Yeah, this game might be more fun and entertaining to stream if I had mods in it. Also, that audio might be a little loud in the microphone. I don't have headphones plugged in at the moment. I'm just using my speakers, my laptop. So that audio might be a little loud. Let's back up here and see if we dropped anything else. I don't think we did. Yep, we did. There's something else back here. What is this? A mirror. Driver's side mirror. Alright. Why'd the engine turn off? I didn't turn it off. Are the aliens coming? That'd be awesome. I don't see them though. I don't see the aliens. The easy way to tell is if we get back in and the car starts, they're not coming. Yeah, I must have turned it off. Alright. If the aliens were coming, the car wouldn't start. Because the aliens coming disables all electrical. Your car will actually stall and not start again when the aliens are coming. I think they've shown up so far in this video. Have they not? In this series since I started playing? I think they, like last episode or the episode before. Pretty sure they did. Our alien friends showed up. You know, it's actually somewhat easier to drive in the desert with this car than it is to stay on the actual road. As ridiculous as that sounds, but like we're doing 180 almost. Sometimes it's easier to just stay in the dirt, you know? But then the car will bounce around too, so, you know. I'm on a nice long straight road though. When you get some speed going, you see any rocks? 180, yeah. Or was that 160? 160. So we've topped out at about 160, going uphill here. But as you can see, it's getting real twitchy. If we weren't going in an absolute straight line right now, there's no way this thing would still be on the road. And here we go. Ripping down the, watch out for that tree. I got lucky. You see me go right over top of that rock. Right underneath this. Oh, This grassy area is really cool, but at the same time, you can't see the rocks in the grass. So it's really rather important to stay on the road. There's a ship up there, you see that? We're gonna go check that ship out after we check out this other place up here. If I can get to either one of them without crashing the car into 1,000 pieces. And preferably actually stay on the road. What's up here? This looks like another bunker. Might be a rock. That's definitely a bunker. Okay. There's a ship right off there in the distance too, so yeah, man. Whoa, horsey. Whoa there, horsey. Superman's here. Nice. Back it up. Back it up. Forward. Hang on a second. I'll read your comment in a second, so I'll get parked here, dude. Right on, okay. Engine off. Cool. When you used to upload, I always used to drink coffee, because you always got coffee. I did always get coffee. Yes, I still do. I'm as addicted to coffee now as I was then. That hasn't changed. The going to Tim Hortons thing all the time has changed. I don't go to Tim Hortons much anymore. My number 2 guy who comes into the store to help me every day, my assistant produce manager, he brings me in a McDonald's coffee every morning. So I do still have like a takeout coffee every morning. But McDonald's coffee is better than Tim Hortons anyway. The McCafe, you know. So I have one of those every day. But, oh, I gotta poop. That's why I can't eat this. Oh dear. My goodness, yeah. Oh boy. We were loaded up there. You know, there's probably an outhouse behind this building I could have used, but that's right there we go. Alright, now we're good. Now I can eat this bun now. Okay, we're good. Alright. They added that when they added the drinking and eating aspect of this game. You also need to do the opposite of eating and drinking, in addition to the eating and drinking. So there you go. Alright, then we got the stuff out of the fridge there. Let's open up the door here. Let's see what's in here. We got some paint. I have occasionally painted my cars. I kind of like the color of this one though. There's 0.4 liters of gasoline. I'll take that. I'll take that. Thank you very much. These buildings also have water in them. That's nice. So we can fill up our water can. If it isn't still full, I can't remember. I didn't check it last time. We need a drink anyway though. So we'll check that. Did that go in the window? That was a heck of a shot, man. Nice shot, dude. Yeah, it's pretty much full, so we don't even need it. We won't drink that. We've got a drink from in here. And then we'll go over and check out that ship. But yes, I am still as addicted to coffee as I was before. I probably go through like, I don't know, a pot of coffee a day by myself, probably. Okay. There we go. Have a drink. Probably, yeah. Probably about a pot of coffee by myself a day. Which, yeah, I'm aware of the fact is probably too much coffee. So another little bit of gasoline, we'll take that too. And stand up, man. For heaven's sake. For heaven's sake, don't forget to close the gas cap. That one wasn't as good of a throw. Alright, let's go check out this ship. We don't need the water in there. Our water can is still pretty much full. So let's go, where's the ship anyway? Where was it? Where was that ship? Where did it go? Where is the ship? We're going to the ship, whoop. We're going to the ship. We're going to the ship, whoop. Remember that movie? Remember the Titans? Isn't that what that's from? With Denzel? That was Denzel, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was. Where, oh where has the ship gone? How do you lose a ship? I mean, they're pretty big. Oh, you see, you gotta watch out for the rocks, man. You can't see the rocks in this grass. It's a bad time. You can't find anything in this grass either. That's a hubcap. I don't care about that. We still have lights. Alright, we're good. I'm giving up on the hubcaps. I'm officially throwing in the towel on the hubcaps. There it is. I found it. It's okay. Found it. Now we're gonna have to be careful heading over there because rocks. You can't see those rocks, man. In the grass, they sneak up on you. There's one right there, you see it? They're sneaky, those rocks. Are you drinking coffee now? Because I have a coffee in the other room. I forgot to grab it before I came in here. But I did have a coffee in the other room, which I might go grab. There's another bunker. Stop there too. We need to check that out. That's the same bunker we were just at. So we went past the ship to come to this bunker, apparently. That's probably why when I turned to leave I couldn't find it. But we'll get over to this ship and watch out for that rock. Watch out for the rocks. I always try and also park facing the road when I head off the road this far. You see that? Another rock right there. I generally tended to try and park with my vehicle facing the road so I know which direction to leave in. I did get so far off the road one day, but I had to wait until nighttime and then like look around with the binoculars for the street lights so that I could see the street lights to find the road. I did get lucky and found it though. Alright, cool. Stop. Engine off. There won't be anything in here except barrels. I might want to turn this around because it's starting to get dark. It's going to be dark before we're finished searching. So just remember that the road is 180 degrees off from this. And then we can do this. And turn our lights on to light up inside the ship. Can we drive inside the ship? Probably not. No, that's good enough. Okay, cool. To light up inside the ship so we can see. Cool. Alright. Any gas in here? No, there will be barrels in here. At least there should be barrels in here. Boy, it's dark. We should probably do this during the day because I can't see a darn thing. Can't see a gosh darn thing, man. I don't see any barrels in here. Let's have a sleep because this isn't going to work. With the grass in there, it's not lightened up enough for us to see. So let's have a sleep. Hopefully when the lights come on in the morning, good for you. When the sun comes up, we'll be able to see in here enough to find the barrels. There should be barrels in here somewhere. Where'd all the barrels go? Why are there no barrels? This is the first time I've ever seen a ship with no barrels in it. They're super hard to find in the grass, though. Everything in the grass is hard to find, man. This isn't going to work out to our advantage. There you go. Oil. What do we got here? What is this? It's a dead rabbit. Okay. It's a dead rabbit. So a little creepy, a little weird. Okay. Dead rabbit. All right. Oh, there we go. Here's a couple more barrels. All right. Anybody's got gas in them? Diesel. Gas, oil, diesel. We need straight gas. That's what we need, ideally. That's empty. Oil. Okay. Keep going in the general direction we were going in. Alright. There's a couple more over here. Alright. What do we got here? Diesel. Gas and oil. Empty. Alright. It's not very exciting. So far, no gas. Gas. Look at that. Look at that. Who's excited? Gas is good. It's also a lot faster to go like this because these are heavy. Take you a long time to walk over there with them, but you can roll them pretty good. Roll them over there. Now, don't roll past the car though. I'd prefer if it didn't do that. Stop. Okay. How much gas do we have in the car? There's no point collecting a ton more than we have. 16, and that would give us 30. And the tank holds what? 40. So we could find a little more still if there's any more in here. Stop rolling, please. If you could stop rolling, that'd be really good. Stop. Thank you. Now, what is in you? Where is your hole? Gas, oil. Yeah. No. Okay. Any more anything in here? No. Oil. We don't need oil. Oil. No, we don't need that either. Empty. Empty. Well, so far we got 15 liters of gas. That's better than 0 liters of gas. Right? Am I right or am I right? Where are you going? Empty. Okay. That's all I need to know. Or search those. I'm not seeing a lot more barrels here. But that's okay. You know, we got 15 liters. That's alright. That's decent. It's more than you usually find in here. Usually there's none in here. I wasn't actually expecting us to find any. Because more often than not you search these for gas and there's none in here. Usually just oil, diesel, alcohol. I haven't found any alcohol yet. Usually. It's not usually gas in here. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. Cool, we found some. You know, you take what you can get in a post-apocalyptic world of, you know, bad things and a lack of resources. You just take what you can get. That's what you do. Alright, cool. Well, I don't see anything else in here, so let's get out of here. We'll put that gas in the car and we'll head back to the road and carry on down the road. Doing any winter bike riding? Thanks, Mikey. I'm glad the mic sounds better. It's a new mic, by the way. Last time, I was using it last time as well, but this is a new mic. I picked up a new Blue Snowball mic to improve our audio, which is going to make a dramatic difference, because apparently the built-in laptop mic is garbage. So there you go. Yeah, I still ride back and forth to work. I have a fat bike now. Where did my barrel of gas go? It didn't roll away, did it? I had a barrel out here of gas. Where did it go? I probably should have just put it in the car right away instead of walking away. Probably. Where is my barrel of gas? Where did my gas go? I just want my gas. It's a big ridge, an Evo, big ridge, fat bike. It's not super fancy, but yeah, I have a fat bike. I ride that in the winter. It's pig heavy. It's not really my favorite bike, but it is great in snow and sand and stuff like that. There it is, rolled all the way over here. Look at that. That's quite a roll you got going on there. Back over to the car, okay? Man, I'm glad we didn't lose you. Got a lot of gas in there. Alright. Now, stop. Let me pick you up. Alright. And I'm going to put you in the car. There you go. Get in there. There you go. Okay, keep going. And it's going. It's not really very fast, but it's going. So I do some winter riding, but not a ton. Mostly just back and forth to work and running errands and so on and so forth. That's pretty much all I do in the winter. In the summer, I have a giant Trance 229 full suspension bike. I got rid of the hybrid and went back to a mountain bike. See, we're 29.5 liters of gas now. That's nice. And I go out and hit the trails around town. And last year I did the Tour of Kincardine short course race. It was a virtual event because of COVID. It wasn't an in-person thing. You could follow the Strava segment and do that. So I did that last year. I finished 9th. So that was alright. Out of 19 people, that was kind of cool. So we're not going to get a blistering amount of speed going on here, because can't see the rocks and the grass here. But yeah, it was alright. So it was pretty fun. And I like hitting out the trails and stuff. Like, I guess I get tired from work sometimes, and my hips aren't what they used to be when I was younger, because I'm getting a little older. I'm not quite as young as I used to be. Let's be honest here. We're getting a little fast here. Like, come on, man. See, there's a rock right there. We could have hit that. But yeah, I like going out. The full suspension is nice too, because it takes the bite out of the trails. So that makes it way more fun to ride. So yeah, it's good. I'm going the wrong way. So yeah, but I'm still riding all the time. At worst, I ride back and forth to work every day, which is only like a 10 or 15 minute bike ride, depending on the weather. But it's still fun. Yeah, still head out for bike rides all the time. Any cool new tech products? I grew up watching your videos. You were always my favorite tech YouTuber. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. I quit doing tech YouTube videos because there was so many people doing them. I felt like I couldn't compete with a lot of the big guys anymore, and I wasn't big enough to get a ton of new product sent to me for review. And let's be honest here, who can afford to buy everything, right? That's a ton of money, and I wasn't making that kind of money on YouTube to be able to afford that. So that's kind of why I quit doing it and got more into doing game videos with Fiora. But as far as cool new tech products, I mean, the Blue Snowball microphone that I just bought, is the most newest newest piece of tech that I have. As far as phones go, I'm not rocking the latest, newest phone either. I have an iPhone 11. Not even the Pro or the Pro Max or nothing, just the basic iPhone 11. And I got an Apple Watch SE. I use that all the time. Just got that over Christmas and New Year's. I had an Apple Watch 4 before, and I used it for a little while, and I thought I don't really need this. And I went back to wearing an automatic. I have Orient Ray 2 automatic and a Citizen Eco Drive quartz watch, and I wore those all the time. But I missed the Apple Watch, so I picked one up after Christmas there. Just the Apple Watch SE 44mm aluminum Nike edition. That's what I got. And so yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. But as far as phones go, I don't see the reason for... I can't remember the last time I used my phone and I was like, man, I wish my phone did this. Like, your phones pretty much do everything you could possibly want it to do at this point now. So I don't see the reason for upgrading constantly all the time anymore. And it also gave me a cheaper phone plan because I was able to switch carriers and go on a bring your own device plan, which gives me 5 gigs of data and unlimited calling and texting for $45 a month, which is nice. So I don't pay for a whole lot on cell phone bills. The Apple Watch is just the Bluetooth Wi-Fi edition. It's not cellular, so it just works with my phone. I'm on Wi-Fi like 99% of the time anyway. There's no Wi-Fi at the store, but I'm not on my phone at the store. So I'm texting with our other supplier sometimes if he's got deals or something going on. I'll text him. Whoa, all the brakes. See, the brakes in this car are terrible. Back up the freight train there a little bit, dude. Cool. Yeah, we're missing how many hubcaps now? Just 2. Just the one side. We still got hubcaps on the other side. We're not missing all of them. Just 2. We're gonna find any spray soon, you think, or? Yeah. So it's pretty good. Yeah. I still have the. Actually, to be honest with you, I still have the vlog camera that I used to use for vlogging all the time. I still have that. The Sony. What the heck was that? Sony WX550 or something like that. I still have that. Still have a lot of that stuff that I used to have. So yeah, but I don't see any reason. Like the iPhone 13 Pro Max, like the fanciest one here now in Canada, is like $1,500 or something stupid like that. Like, it's crazy expensive. Phones have gotten ridiculously expensive. There's some pork in there. No, that's a magazine. Is that a magazine? Yeah, those are dirty magazines. Don't look at those. Don't look at those. Okay, those are dirty adult type content magazines. Don't look at those. What do we got here? Is that oil? Yeah, we don't need oil either. Gold bar. Gold bars are useless. I was once carrying one of these around. They're ridiculously heavy in your car and they make them bounce around all over the place. Plus there's really no point. So, still in the same restaurant. No. I quit at the restaurant 4 years ago. I'm not in any restaurants anymore. I got out of the restaurant business. I quit. I got out of the restaurant about 4 years ago. And I am now the produce manager at No Frills, the grocery store. Remember we were watching my videos and I would go to the yellow store, which was the grocery store? That's the store I work at now. And I am the produce department manager. So, yeah, in the Muse Day vlogs, yeah. I would go to the yellow store. Yep. So now I work at that store and I'm the produce department manager. So I've been out of the restaurant business for about 4 years now, approximately. I think I quit 4 years ago in February. I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a sleep. It's getting kind of dark. So, yeah. I didn't start out as a manager, obviously. There was a produce manager there, but then he left. And after I'd been there for, I don't know, 6 months, maybe 7 months, then he left. And then the older fella who was there took over, and he ran produce for about a year or so, a year and a bit, almost a year and a half, I think. And then he is older, like retirement age, collecting a pension, and never intended to take over produce, go back to working full time as a produce manager. But it just kind of worked out that way. And then COVID hit, and his doctor informed him that being older and he has a lung issue, that if he gets COVID, he'll be dead in a week. So he, after a while, put in his notice and left the store. And I took over as produce manager in November of 2020. So yeah, I've been the produce department manager technically since June, because he left in June and I was running it then. But it became official in November of 2020. So I was running it for a few months until he decided he wasn't going to come back, and then I was offered the position full time. So that's really good. So I like it. How do you like that? I do like that. It's nice. It's different. After being in the restaurant business for 25 years, pretty much. I started in the restaurant business when I was 20. And I just left it, like I said, like 4 years ago. So I was 45 when I left it. And after 25 years in the restaurant business, it's nice to do something else, you know. So plus the restaurant takes a toll on the body as well. So the only thing I miss about being at the restaurant was the money. I made more money at the restaurant than I make at the store as produce manager. I'd make more at a corporate store. But being at No Frills, it's a franchise. Franchise stores don't pay quite as well as corporate stores. But I like the store, and I like the people that I work with, and that goes a long way. So yeah, the only thing I really miss about the restaurant was the money. It was nice to have more money. But, a few words of wisdom from an older fella. Never take a job just because of the money. There are a lot of things that are important about jobs. Money should not be your number one deciding factor about whether or not you're going to take a job. It's a deciding factor, absolutely, but it shouldn't be your number one priority. If you're miserable at work, it doesn't matter how much money you make, you're going to be miserable. There's no way, no amount of money is going to make that better. And that was my problem with the restaurant. I did not want to be there anymore. I wasn't a huge fan of the people who were running it, who bought it, and like the people who bought it and took it over, the original two guys, they were gone. They brought another person in from Toronto to run it. And I didn't like the people who were running it. I didn't like being there. I didn't like their way of doing things. I don't mean to badmouth people, but it's gone downhill quite a bit. It's not the same place that it was. The food's not the same. Everything's different. And I did not want to be there anymore. So I considered going to other restaurants, but then this opportunity at No Frills came up, and part of my leaving the restaurant in the first place was I wanted to get out of restaurants. It was time. It takes a toll on the body after a while, being on your feet and twisting and turning all day, and because you're not really walking in a restaurant at all. You're twisting and turning and stepping side to side all day, and that takes a toll on your legs and your hips and your back, being hunched over all the time. So yeah, the store, I'm still on my feet a lot, but I'm walking around the store. I'm not really standing in one place all the time. There's another ship right there, right beside the road. Isn't that convenient? Isn't that convenient? Look at that. It's buried in a hill. Where did you go? Where did you go? Are you not even a ship? Oh, you're a gas station. Look at you. Look at you being a gas station with 2 cars and all kinds of cool stuff. That's awesome. This is going to work out good for us. We're going to stop here for a little bit. So, yeah, cool. So in short, yeah, I was tired of restaurants, wanted to do something else. So I'm really glad I did. And I'm happy with where I am. So, yeah. And I like being department manager. I have plenty of time to sit down during the day. You know, I have office work to do as well and whatnot, so that keeps me in the office for a little bit every day. So that gives me opportunities to sit down and take breaks and stuff. So, yeah. I am learning that people work at a job because of the company or because of the people. It's true, yeah. I wouldn't even say be super loyal to a particular company. There are companies out there that still treat people really well, yes. But the people are really what do it for me. You know, having a good boss who's understanding and having a good work-life balance is also important too. Part of my problem with the restaurant was the hours were absolutely awful. Like I'd start work when Danny and Elaine had it, I started at 9, leave for work about 8:30, 8:45 in the morning. Work until 1:30 in the afternoon, and they were split shifts. So I would leave at 1:30 and go back at 4:30 and work until 8 o'clock at night. So those were really long days. And then the new people bought it, and they changed my hours from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., which pretty much sucked up an entire day. So no break in the afternoon there really, and it pretty much sucked up the entire day. I'd have a couple hours in the morning and a few hours after work to do stuff, and other than that I was at work pretty much the entire day. This job, being a produce manager, I start at 6 a.m. and I'm done at 2:30 with a half-hour lunch in there. 6 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. So I'm done mid-afternoon. I have the rest of the afternoon and every night to do what I want. I got way more free time. So work-life balance is a lot better. So, yeah, it's way better. And I have more time to do stuff I want. Have time off, and I get 2 weeks paid vacation every year. Benefits, you know, all that kind of stuff. I get all that too. So, you know, it's good. So, yeah, a good supportive manager that helps you develop is important. Most of the kids I have working for me in produce are about your age. Recent college grads. My number 2 guy he didn't go to college, but he's 26. And I have another guy who's 32. So I try to be supportive. There's some spray right there. Give me that spray so we can get rid of this blood in the car. Okay? Why did I close the door? I never close the door. Open the door. Open the door, fool. Ah, there we go. That's so much better now. Very nice. What else can we polish up on this car? Anything else need polishing? How do the mirrors look? Ooh, that's better. How about this one? We don't have a mirror on this side. Oh no. The rear view mirrors seen better days. I try to be supportive with my kids and with the younger guys who work for me and teach them stuff as we go along as well about food. And being a produce manager is actually kind of fits in somewhat well with what I used to do before. Being a cook, it still involves food a lot. So a lot of it carries over in knowing what vegetables are and how to store vegetables and all that sort of stuff. It carries over fairly well. There isn't a scrubby brush in here, is there? Because that mirrors. See, there's another croissant. Another croissant. Would you like a croissant? We used to have chocolate-covered croissants at the store that weren't entirely chocolate-covered. They just had like a chocolate drizzle on them. They were pretty good. We also had glazed croissants. Those were good. Those were like just croissants covered in sugar. They were delicious. Not good for you at all, but delicious. So I try and pass on some of the knowledge I have of, yes, there is a brush right there. Thank you very much. I needed that. I probably walked past it twice, and you guys in the comments are like, tell them there's a brush right there, dude. You just walked right past it. And I didn't see it, but there you go. I'm reading the chat while playing the game and answering questions all at the same time. It's a multitasking thing. So I might occasionally miss the odd thing. Why is this not cleaning up? There you go. Thank you. Is that better? It could still be a bit better. Brush is done though. Throw it away. I don't need that. Give me this. There, it's beautiful now. It's a beautiful rear view mirror. Look at that. Look at how shiny that is. We can see ourselves on both sides of it. Very nice. Stick that back up there. Get it up into the thing. Cool. There you go. Very nice. And then look at how handsome we look. Look at us. We need a hat. Gotta protect, especially with this sunroof, we're gonna need to protect our head from the sun. That's awesome, man. Happy that you enjoy your job. That's awesome. I just got a promotion working as an entry-level manager at Best Buy. Not gonna lie, from watching your vids for years, you seem like a cool manager to have. I try, you know. I try to be a cool guy, but I do expect people to get their work done. You know, at the same time, I try to be firm, but fair, you know. So yeah, and I'm on the floor most of the time, doing just as much work as my people are. So I try to lead by example, you know, which I think is a good way to do things. So yeah, that's what I try to do. Seems to work out pretty well. My boss is pretty happy with the way things have been going and how I've been running things. That grill, that's not as nice as ours, is it? No, see, that is the other kind that works a bit better, the newer kind of grill, but it's not in very good shape. Ours is still going to work better, so we'll just leave that behind. Well, yeah, try and be a good manager. He's pretty happy with how the department's running. Sales are up year over year. COVID has helped that somewhat. Even given the supply constraints and late trucks and so on and so forth, our numbers are still really good. So yeah, we do all right. So things work out fairly well. I think the boss the store owner seems pretty happy with what I've been doing, so it works out pretty well. It took a little while, not gonna lie, it took a while to catch on to ordering and so on and so forth, because all the food ordering is done and sales planning is done by me and the amounts. So it was a little nerve-wracking at first. I think we're good. Otherwise, here I don't think we need anything else. It was a little nerve-wracking at first, sitting down to place produce orders and ordering, you know, between $10,000 and $15,000 worth of food a day, 5 deliveries a week, and our orders will be between $10,000 and $15,000. Yesterday's order there's a giant hill we're about to go up. Yesterday's order was 13, 14 grand, something like that. Yeah, about 14,000. So it's a lot of money. Yeah, being interested in tech, you never want to work at Best Buy, such future shop. Yeah, I mean, that might be kind of cool. There's no one anywhere near here. The closest Best Buy is like London, which is 2 hours away from here. So yeah, there's no Best Buys or anything anywhere near here. I wouldn't be opposed to it. It'd be kind of fun job, probably. But particularly at a manager level, I mean, that would appeal to me quite a bit. But there's not anyone anywhere near here, and I'm not interested in leaving Kincardine and moving to the city. I'm not really a city kind of guy, and my entire family's here in town. Mom's here, Tammy and Trista are here with, Gemma and Fiora. And I'm a family guy. I want to be around family and close to family. So I don't want to live 2 hours away. And because also I don't drive. I still ride a bike everywhere I go. So I don't want to be 2 hours away from family. So, yeah. But if there's one closer, yeah, I'd absolutely consider it. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. But in the meantime, I'm pretty happy at No Frills. As I said, the only thing I really miss about the restaurant is money. There's another ship over there. Should I go check for gas? We're not in desperate need of gas, but it's pretty close. So, yeah, we'll go check it out. All right, whoa, that's a trip down there. We just about flipped the freaking car there. Simmer down there, horsey. That was a dip. A little bit more of a dip than I thought. Half this ship is hanging out in the sky. So, yeah. I've only been, actually, to Best Buy maybe 3 times. I've ordered online from Best Buy way more often than I've been there. I think I've only been to the actual store a few times. I picked up the microphone at the Source, which is obviously another electronics store here in Canada, sort of similar to the old Radio Shack, sort of, that you guys have down there. We used to have Radio Shack here, but it doesn't exist anymore. I think it's time for another sleep because it's getting dark again. But we'll check in here for more barrels, see if there's any going on in there. We could also use a poop and a pee and maybe something to eat and drink. So yeah, we'll have a sleep first though. And then we'll get into that. I need a drink while we're sleeping. I need a drink while we're sleeping. Talking makes you thirsty. There we go. So yeah. Alright, cool. Still looks a little dark in there. Why did I turn that off? Get out of the car. Turn the lights off. I don't need the lights on. It's daytime. You run the battery down. Actually, the battery doesn't run down in this car. You can leave lights on all the time if you want the battery to never run down. I think they're still on, actually. I think I changed that to high beams. Way easier to see the barrels of this ship. What do we got? Gas, oil, diesel. I think it's this barrel way at the end here, maybe. Oil. Empty and empty and oil and diesel. Lots of diesel. 45 liters of diesel. My goodness, if we had a truck, we'd be so excited right now. A truck with great big tanks on it that hold hundreds of liters. We could drive for days, man. Another 52 liters of diesel. That's empty. We'd have 100 liters of diesel. 50 liters of alcohol. That's alcohol poisoning right there, my friend. You don't need that much alcohol. You can actually, in your car also, there's another 40 liters of diesel and 43 liters of oil. You can put alcohol in your gas tank in the car. It does give it a slight speed boost. So there's another 19 liters of gas. Look at how lucky we're going to be full now. Did you ever think about getting a gravel bike, or are you just a road bike, handlebar kind of guy? I've thought about gravel bikes, but getting older, I like suspension. That's kind of what my hybrid was, my giant Roam, except it was a flat bar. I'm not a huge fan of drop bars because I tend to get carpal tunnel in my hands. My baby finger and index finger go numb when I'm riding on drop bars for a really long time. One of the reasons why I sold my road bike. Because my fingers used to go to sleep all the time. I'd go for longer 30, 40 kilometer rides on the road bike, and my baby finger and my index fingers would go to sleep on the drop bars because of, carpal tunnel a little bit. But the flat bar bike, the giant Rome that I had with flat bars, didn't have that. Good Lord, wrecking your car here, man. Didn't have that problem because I put some ergon grips on it. They were more ergonomic. I think they were ergon GP1s or something like that. Excuse me, an ergonomic grip, and they worked well. And times again to be 7:23. They worked pretty well. And helped prevent that. So in short, yeah, I don't really like drop bars. And also getting older, I like full suspension, and I want to get back into more trail riding and stuff. So I went with a full suspension mountain bike. So I don't do huge long road rides anymore. I mostly just go out and ride the trails around town, so on and so forth. Turn my lights off when I'm riding around during the day, or driving, as it were, because my lights are still on. And I still go out for an hour and a half long bike rides, but they're mostly on the trails and around town and whatnot, which is where my interest in cycling really came from in the first place. I was into mountain biking before I was into road riding. So yeah, the Tour Kincardine is actually a cyclocross race. Most of the guys who do it on cross bikes or gravel bikes. So, but people do it on mountain bikes as well. It's partly off-road and partly on-road. Probably, I'd say about half and half, probably. Half road and half off-road. But I still ride, even in the summertime, I'll ride my full suspension bike to work. I can go through the back of the community center that we have here in town. I ride up the street to the top of the hill, and I'm pretty much I live right near it. So I'm right near the top of the community center. I'm very close to it. I go up to the top of the hill and I'm right there. And then I can ride through the back of the community center, down through the trails behind it, come out behind it, and I go up the hill and I'm at the store. So that's pretty much how I get to work. So my trip to work is half off-road anyway. So, whoa, this roly-poly. Good Lord, dude, I don't think we lost anything though. No, I think we've made it through that pretty much unscathed. No blood. Doesn't look like I think we lost a mirror. And we might have lost more hubcaps. No, still just those two. I think we made it through that all right. Cool. Well, let's keep rolling then. We'll make it to the next stop, and then we're going to call it a night and stop playing and end the stream there. So we'll go to the next stop. Like we've been on for what, an hour and a half now, approximately. So yeah, I don't live in the same house anymore either. By the way, I've moved since I quit making videos as well, because they sold the house we were living in, and we were given a 60-day notice to vacate because they wanted to do renovations and then rent it out for way more money than we were paying in rent. So we had to find another place. So we're in a townhouse now, just me and Mom, and we're in a townhouse now, just not far away from where we used to live, but multi-level townhouse now, so that's okay. I still like the old house better, but there you go. We lived there for a really long time though, so I mean that kind of felt like home. We lived in that house for 15 years, so yeah. Everything's changed. Lots of things change, man. Life doesn't stay the same forever. You know, things change. Time passes. People get older. Like Fiora, who's 17 now. That's insane. Because I can remember the day that Trista came home with Fiora. And she was just a tiny little baby. So I never stop at those towers, by the way. There's never anything in them. Sometimes there's revolvers and binoculars, but that's pretty much all you're going to find in those towers. There's hardly anything, ever anything there. So I never stop at those lookout towers. I suppose you could go up to the top and look around, which I suppose is probably why they're there in the first place, but whatevs, man, it's fine. I I got the binoculars right over top of that rock. You see that? Straddled that rock like a boss. Oh yeah. So hopefully that answers your question. Anyway, about a gravel bike. So to be honest with you, I don't really exactly understand what the difference is between a gravel bike and a cyclocross bike in the first place, other than gravel bikes have a little bit more tire clearance. Other than that, essentially a gravel bike is a cross bike. So I think they're just creating new categories of bike. It's partly marketing. So, because a cross bike is essentially the same thing. So, yeah. But then I'm not sure that road bikes need disc brakes either. So, but you know, who am I to say? If you're just out riding on a road bike, on the road, I've never encountered a hill in Canada large enough that I thought I needed disc brakes on. I've done a lot of road riding over the years, and maybe if you're around like the Niagara Escarpment or something, or you're out in BC hauling down mountains or something through the Rockies or whatever, BC and Alberta. But generally speaking, I've never encountered a hill that's more than half a kilometer long or so, and if you control your speed as you're going down it. I've never had a problem with rim brakes on a road bike, and they're simpler. So I like rim brakes on road bikes. I don't think the road bikes need disc brakes in the first place. So I don't think they need electronic shifting either. That's another story. So not that electronic shifting's not great. I've heard it's amazing. I've never ridden it, but I have heard that it's incredibly precise. Every time you click a shift, it bangs every shift off perfectly every time. I've heard that electronic shifting is amazing. I just don't want to charge my bike. I got enough stuff to charge already. Particularly on a road bike, where you may be out for long extended periods of time. If your battery dies, you're not going to be able to shift. And you're going to be stuck in one gear all the way home. I see, yeah, okay, so, yeah, cross bikes are limited to 35 or something like that, yeah. I had 42s on my giant Roam. I put 700 by 42s on it. Those were great. So essentially I was riding a cross bike, except it was a mountain bike geometry with a flat bar, but I had 42s on it, and I thought that was great. So in the winter, I had 45C studded tires, so I had a pair of Schwalbe Marathons, studded Schwalbe Marathons in 700 by 45. This is a beast of a hill we're going up here. What are we stuck at? That's not as slow as I've ever gone up a hill, but we're getting there. There was one hill one time I think I was doing about 30 of it. Ooh, that was loud. Ooh, goodness. So, I agree, road bikes got so complicated with disc brakes, integrated cables, aero seat posts, yeah. I like integrated cables, I'm not gonna lie. Internal cable routing is pretty dope. The only time I don't like it is when I have to change cables. Then it's kind of a pain in the butt if you change housings or whatever. But when I first bought my giant Trans, it has internal cable routing through the down tube in the frame, and it came with SRAM brakes, SRAM Guide T brakes, and I don't like SRAM brakes. I prefer Shimano. I'm a Shimano brake kind of guy. I kept the SRAM drivetrain, but I got rid of the SRAM brakes, and I put Shimano XTs on it. So I had to pull the hydraulic lines through the frame for the rear brake, which was a bit of an undertaking. But it wasn't really all that difficult, and I got it done, and it's been fine for the 2 seasons I've had it, so it's been great. So it wasn't really a big deal. Integrated cables running through the frame I like a lot. It makes the bike easier to clean. It keeps the cables cleaner because they don't get contaminated with dirt. I like cables running through the frame. That I don't have a problem with. But, the other stuff, specific model-specific aero seat posts and all that kind of stuff is ridiculous. You should just be able to buy a seat post and stick it on your bike. We're not doing time trials or tour stages or something like that. Most of that stuff is not going to make any of a difference to your average recreational rider. We're in the snow right now, which is kind of cool. You don't see the snow areas a lot in this game, so this is kind of neat. We don't usually get this high in the game. This is kind of cool. We also haven't seen a place to stop in quite some time. Since I said I was going to stop at the next stop, we have yet to see one. So, there you go. If you have a team working on your bike, but if you try to do most of the maintenance yourself, it gets more and more difficult. It does, yes. I'm very qualified. I used to work in a bike shop. In between stages of working in kitchens, I worked in a bike shop for a while, so I'm pretty proficient when it comes to bike mechanics. So it's really not all that difficult for me. It is a little time consuming sometimes, but I enjoy doing it at the same time, so it's really not a big deal. Integrated in the down tube. It is nice, yeah. Cables are routed through the one-piece aero stem. That's where it gets complicated. Yeah, I don't like that. I agree, that's kind of unnecessary. It also kinks up the cables. I think they don't run as freely as they could. And honestly, I think there's more cable friction than is really necessary if you just have nice bends coming out of the housings. It looks cleaner, I get that. It looks cleaner and whatnot. Looks aren't always everything though. I never really had a problem with my road bike shifter cables coming out of the shifter. In fact, I used to rest my thumbs on them. When my hands were on the hoods, I would rest my thumbs on the cables coming out of the shifter. Kind of gave my little thumb rest there. So I didn't really mind it at all. But we have to improve things, New and improved is better, right? If it's new and improved, it must be better, right? That's not always the case, though. Just because it's new and improved doesn't necessarily mean it's better. So I know people who are riding road bikes that are 25 years old with the original components on them, still riding them, and they still work. So I once saw a video with Bob Roll on YouTube where he was building his dream bike. This was years ago. I don't know if you know who Bob Roll is, but he was building his dream bike. He's one of the original members of the 7-Eleven team that first did the Tour de France. Old Bobke. He's a pretty amazing dude. But he was building his dream bike out of a Trek Madone frame, and some of his component choices just had the people on YouTube losing their minds because they were somewhat retro. For example, he went with Dura-Ace bar end shifters, not STI levers, not electronic, Dura-Ace bar end shifters. Why? Because they're bomb-proof reliable and they just work. You can ride the bike for thousands and thousands and thousands of kilometers, and those things are not going to break. They're going to keep banging out shifts consistently, time and time again, with no issues whatsoever. And that was the thing for him. Now, he did have some stupid, nice, crazy parts on it. There was a nice set of Reynolds wheels he had on it. Those were pretty sweet. And some other really nice parts. It was mostly all Dura-Ace, so none of it was cheap. But he did go with Dura-Ace bar end shifters, which I thought was amazing. It was an awesome choice. So, Dura-Ace bar end shifters. This is not a bad place for sleep drive, except it's awful dark. But you know what? What's the worst gonna happen? Let's do it. No. Yeah, let's do it. Whoa, that's the wrong way. Maybe just a sleep, not a sleep drive. Also, where's a building when you're looking for one, man? You know? I'm gonna stop streaming at the next stop. 50 kilometers later, there still hasn't been a stop. It was, yeah. I mean, the tour's always been about the latest and greatest tech. But this wasn't, like, he had retired years before this. And he does announcing for the tour now. He replaced Phil Liggett, or not Phil Liggett, Paul Sherwin. He was doing broadcasting before that on the tour as well, but he took over Paul Sherwin's main broadcasting spot when Paul Sherwin passed away. And so he's there all the time now. But this was years after he had retired. But when he was building his dream bike, what he wanted was a bomb-proof, reliable bike that you could go out and ride and put hundreds of kilometers on with next to no maintenance. And it would just be awesome and light and smooth and just run forever with next to no maintenance. That was his definition of a dream bike. So, yeah. Which I'm not totally opposed to either. Why will you not let me open the door? This is a problem. It's the last time I did this, the game crashed and I died. So we're going to save. Let's give this a save. Sometimes saving fixes it. And then load it. And hopefully that'll fix the issue with the door not up. There we go. And then you can get out. And then you don't die. Cool beans. So that's going to end the stream for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I enjoy doing these. These are kind of fun. Playing a little long drive. Chatting with you guys about bikes and stuff like this. It's all fun stuff for me. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll let you guys go. And we'll do this again. Probably in another week or so. Like, it might be a regular Saturday thing. I don't know. I really haven't decided on a schedule yet. I just felt like coming on here. So if you have any other comments of games that you'd like to see me play, leave them in the description box or the comments or whatever, wherever you want to leave them. Send me a message on Twitter, whatever you want to do. I'm still on Twitter. I'm not actually on all that much, but I still have Twitter. And I check in from time to time. So there you go. Or drop a comment down in the comment box. Maybe we could do some Minecraft next time or something. It's been a while since I played Minecraft. I did check it out when I got this new laptop. Speaking of tech, I have a new Dell G15 5510 laptop. I was going to build my own computer when the Alienware was... still works, but I kept getting blue screen errors and whatnot, and I knew it wasn't going to last forever, so it was time for a new computer. So, yeah, but with the availability of graphics cards and whatnot, now is not the best time to build a computer. This is a terrible way to end the video. This is just, but, the dude's got to do what he's got to do, So there you go. Yeah, cool beans. So, I did check out the new laptop anyway. It's an RTX 3060 in it. So I was checking out Minecraft with ray tracing, and that looks pretty dope. It's pretty. It's pretty. So there you go. It's kind of pretty. So I have played that as well. So if you want to see that next time, let me know. And that's going to do it for this stream. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.